Tonight's headlines: Marcos and Japan Prime Minister converse. Alert level 2 in NCR, still too early. No cases of monkeypox virus in the Philippines, says Department of Health. NEDA and finance chiefs defend Rice Tariffication Law. MMDA warns of heavier traffic starting June. Diaz targets Olympic defense after SEA Games gold. And national government settled 300 peso billion loan to BSP in advance. Good evening. Today is Friday, May 20, 2022. I am Elmer Navarro Manuel, and this is Tribune News on Q. Here are the stories for this evening. Presumptive President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. and Japanese Prime Minister Kishida Fumio are looking to heighten bilateral relations between the Philippines and Japan under the former's presidency after the two had a 15-minute phone conversation on Friday. The Japanese leader called Marcos to also convey his congratulations to the former senator who maintains a huge lead in the 2022 national elections. Information posted at the website of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Japan stated that Kishida wanted to continue cooperation in the aspect of economic front, such as infrastructure development, including railways, the Subic Bay development, and in the field of security and Coast Guard law enforcement. Kishida also expressed his intention to have a realization of a free and open Indo-Pacific, and they also agreed to have a future coordination about regional peace and prosperity. Health Secretary Francisco Duque III said that it might be too early to determine if reported increase in coronavirus infections would cause a significant impact on the public health and security status in the National Capital Region. Duque explained that the Health Department should monitor the country's 2-week growth and average daily attack rate per 100,000 population first to determine if there is a need to put NCR into a higher alert level. The Capital Region is currently under Alert Level 1, the most relaxed among the 5-tier COVID-19 alert levels until the end of this month. NCR's reproduction number, which refers to the number of people infected by one case, also increased to 0.90, which is considered moderate, from 0.76, which is considered low. The Department of Health on Friday announced that cases of the monkeypox virus have been detected in the Philippines amid reports of cases in other countries. Citing information from the World Health Organization, the Health Department explained monkeypox is a viral disease coming from animals and occurs primarily in tropical rainforest areas of Central and West Africa. Its symptoms include fever, rash, and swollen lymph nodes, which may lead to a range of medical complications. Monkeypox is usually transmitted via close contact with an infected person or an animal, or even through contaminated materials. While it may look like smallpox, it is less contagious and causes less severe illnesses. Tribune News on Q will be back after these reminders.
Ang Daily Tribune may digital shows na din. Dahil sa mas lumalaki at mas lumalakas nating tribu, handog sa inyo ng Daily Tribune ang mga programang magbibigay buhay araw-araw. Be informed at mag-good vibes tuwing umaga sa programang Gising Na. Be updated sa news and happenings sa Tribune News on Q. Mas kilalanin pa natin ang mga paborito nyong atleta sa programang The Athletes Tribune. Alamin ang latest entertainment sa programang What's Up. Ma-inspire sa mga kwentong hatid ng Perfect. Search lang ang Daily Tribune sa inyong Facebook at Tribune Now on YouTube. See you there mga katribu! Makinig at makisali sa usapan every Friday night at 6 p.m. sa I Speak Katribu Podcast. Samahan sina Daniel at Alvin na pag-usapan ang mga relevant topic na tiyak kakarelatean nyo mga katribu. At pagdating ng Sunday at 7 p.m., Speak Your Mind with our I Speak program na sasagot sa mga tanong regarding the latest and relevant issues sa paligid natin. I-like at i-follow nyo ang Daily Tribune Facebook page at Tribune Now on YouTube para updated ka sa mga latest episode namin mga katribu. Alamin ang latest entertainment at sa mga paborito nyong celebrities kasama si Pocholo Concepcion sa programang WhatsApp. Makibanding at kwentuhan kasama ang mga kilalang personalidad sa entertainment industry. Sama-sama natin silang kilalanin at silipin ang makulay nilang mundo every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Kaya sit back and relax lang kayo mga katribu. Hanapin at ilike ang Daily Tribune Facebook page at Tribune Now on YouTube. Dahil sagot na namin ang masayang kwentuhan dito lang sa WhatsApp.
In other news, with presumptive President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. expressing intent to amend the Rice Tariffication Law, the Chief of Socioeconomic Planning and Finance defended the landmark legislation enacted during the Duterte administration. Socioeconomic Planning and National Economic and Development Authority Chief Carl Kendrick Chua said the RTL is the best model that we have to help both farmers and consumers. Republic Act number 11203, or the RTL, which took effect on March 5, 2019, replaced the quantitative restrictions on imported rice with tariffs of 35% to 40% and established the Rice Competitiveness Enhancement Fund, or RCEF, funded by the tariff revenues. For his part, Finance Secretary Carlos Dominguez III said that in the first 3 years of the RTL's implementation, the government has earned a total of 46.6 billion pesos in rice import duties, which directly benefited palay farmers through a 10 billion peso annual RCEF. The Metropolitan Manila Development Authority said Friday that Metro Manila motorists should expect heavier traffic starting in June due to the possible resumption of face-to-face classes. MMDA Chairperson Romando Artes said that based on the agency's count, 400,000 were in EDSA, which is 5,000 less than the pre-pandemic level of 405,000, but that was before the resumption of face-to-face classes. Artes, however, said the MMDA expected faster travel speeds in the capital region despite the heavier traffic buildup. This was due to the implementation of the EDSA bus carousel and the improved infrastructure such as bridges and the skyway. Last month, the MMDA proposed a new number coding scheme to reduce the number of vehicles plying Metro Manila roads by 40%. Under the new coding system, private vehicles will be prohibited from traversing the affected roads for 2 days from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. In sports, Diaz won a second straight weightlifting gold at the SEA Games on Friday, calling it a first step towards the defense of her Olympic crown at Paris 2024. Facing off against 5 opponents in the women's 55-kilogram category, the 31-year-old Tokyo Olympic champion easily beat most of them in Hanoi, as she lifted a total weight of 206 kilograms. Although well short of the 224 kilograms she lifted in the Japanese capital last summer, the Philippines' first and only Olympic gold medalist was happy to add another title to her growing collection. A narrow silver went to Thailand's 2016 Olympic champion Sanikun Tanasan with a total weight of 203 kilograms. Indonesia's Natasha Beteyob was third with a total of 188 kilograms. And in business, the Department of Finance said that the national government has paid in full its 300 billion loan with the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas on Friday, more than a month before the Duterte administration steps down. The Finance Department said the national government settled the 300 billion peso provisional advances to the central way ahead of its actual maturity date of June 11, 2022. The Finance Department noted that repayment fulfills the goal of Finance Secretary Carlos Dominguez III to unwind the pandemic-related liquidity support from the BSP before the start of the next administration. The provisional advances is a temporary measure under Section 89 of Republic Act number 7653, or the new Central Bank Act, that allows the BSP to extend short-term financing to the national government in the amount of up to 20% of the state's average annual income in the past 3 years. That wraps up the stories tonight, and before we go, we would like to thank the SM Store, Araneta City, Department of Tourism, MG Motors, Hina Motors, Security Bank, Empire Eastlands Holding Incorporated, and Overseas Community Affairs Council member Alan Lin of the Republic of China for their continued support. Again, this is Elmer Navarro Manuel, and you're watching Tribune News on Q. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay at home. Good night, and God bless us all.
Catch the latest news on our website, tribune.net.ph. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Tribune Now. Download the Daily Tribune app on Apple Store for iOS and Google Play for Android to get the latest and most comprehensive news online. Daily Tribune invites you to join its Viber community, Katribu, to get updates on the hottest news on politics, business, sports, lifestyle, and entertainment. Emoticons of the Tribune mascot Tarcito are available on our community Viber.